March is Women's History Month. So today I thought I would tell you what the women of Gainesville and the Gainesville City Commission did when they caught the wave of history and transformed the lives of women in this community. In 1974, a group of committed feminists, and please try to remember, history is made by people, so I'm going to say some names. Some of you will recognize them. Judith Levy, Margaret Parrish, and Billy Avery, after petitioning to no avail to have a Planned Parenthood clinic set up in the city of Gainesville, created the Women's Health Clinic here in 1974. It was the first gynecological clinic in the city and one of the first two in the state of Florida. And like Planned Parenthood, it did perform abortions, but it also provided routine gynecological care to a lot of women in this community that had never had access to it before. These women, stung by the accusation that their stance was anti-child, moved the women's health movement in Gainesville into another direction. And after setting up the Women's Health Clinic, they made an alliance with something that now sounds like ancient history, namely the emerging midwifery movement, which was considered very radical and dangerous in the early 70s. And they went on to found a second organization, which was, again, not the first in the state, the second birth center that was not affiliated with a hospital. It was called the Birthplace, and it was the first hospital in the state to use or the first clinic in the state, birthing center, to use licensed midwives. So the women's health movement transformed things for the women in the city of Gainesville in the mid-70s and gave them many more health care options than they had ever had. The city commission in 1980 did a thing that propelled women into opportunities, both economic and in terms of power, which was that they created an advisory board. The city commission did this, called the Gainesville Commission on the Status of Women. And it existed from 1980 to 1994 and routinely advised the city commission on issues having to do with women's rights and struggles for equality. In 1994, it became a private nonprofit, and it exists today. And that's a longer part of the history that I don't have time for today. But there's your Gainesville History Moment.
Thank you.